Letter from the living room. In the street where I live, there was little to see the last few months. The coronavirus kept people inside. I also spent most of the day in the living room. Sometimes I'd look outside, look at a bird on the garden fence or a cat playing with leaves. Often I only watched for 1 or 2 minutes because I'd forgotten how to look outside when there's almost nothing to see. Opposite my house is a tall building, so the clouds and the sunset remained hidden from me. Therefore, I didn't have many reasons to look out of the window. Most of the day, I was alone. I'd sit at the table or walk to the bookcase. And sometimes, I sunk in my thoughts in the middle of the room. Because I moved so little, I began to become very aware of the presence of my body, of my arms and my legs. I'd not noticed that before. My arm that took a book out of the cabinet. My legs that carry me to the table. It's amazing that only now I found out how dependent we are on each other. The less you move, the more your attention focuses on the movement. So we are quarantined together, my body and I. Maybe that's why I used to think about Gregor Samsa a lot. The man who turned into a beetle in the Kafka story one morning and spent the rest of his life in an unruly, suffering body locked in his room. The last thing he experienced was that the tower clock struck the 3rd hour of the morning and started to light outside the window. A masterful story. I didn't have to read it again because I've known it for years. Kafka is an old acquaintance. I also met a new author, Halina Pozwiatowska, a Polish poet who, at 34, died after yet another heart operation. She writes sensual lyrics about fingers, lips, breasts, hands, heart, love and death. Romantic, erotic. Her work intrigues me. They know of him, my swollen breasts, awakened by a kiss in the dark. A shoulder nicked, a memory, daydreaming in the hollow of my palm. Inside of me he blooms like a needling hawthorn bush. Freezing birds of my nights, they all fluttered down. They are feeding. I wait, sitting at the table and reading this impressive poem, and I read it again. Then I got up and I walked to the window. The room started to get smaller and confined. I wanted to go outside. Tonight, I'm going for another walk because the quarantine is coming to an end here. Everyone can go out. Every evening, halfway through my walk, I see a hare sitting motionless in the pasture. It's looking at me. It looks like it's waiting for me. But it could also be that I'm waiting for the hare.